People will feel your energy, your vibe, and your intention, and they will be instantly drawn to you. And I guarantee that you will become socially magnetic if you are aware of these habits and you know how to implement them in your social interactions. I was a really shy and awkward kid growing up. I used to avoid talking to people because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to start conversations and actually keep it going. And I feel like that kept me from enjoying a lot of moments. It kept me from meeting people that I was interested in. I want to share with you guys the things that I've learned that made me become a better people person. The words and the sentences you use don't really matter. What makes a real difference is your ability to make somebody feel cared for, valued, and important. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. I usually introduce myself and I ask, "Hey, my name is Carl. What's your name?" "Alex?" "Alex, nice to meet you." Did I get that right? Okay, got it. Nice to meet you, Alex. And it's really important to make the effort to actually pronounce their name correctly. Even if you don't get it perfectly right, I noticed that people really appreciate the effort that you put in when you try to get somebody's name correctly and pronouncing it correctly. And if you're not sure, just ask. I think it's better for you to ask for somebody's name than to pretend that you know their name or just not using it at all. I do this all the time because I meet a lot of people and I know I've met somebody and I always come up to them and I'm like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. What was your name again?" "Got it, Joseph. Got it." And it's good to use a person's name sparingly throughout the conversation. I don't think you should be saying it, like every sentence, but once in a while, use their name. Okay, I'm going to read an excerpt from an article that I read from a former FBI agent named Joe Navarro. He said that the most honest part of the human body is actually your feet. So pointing your body and your feet towards somebody and leaning slightly forward shows that you're attentive. It shows that you're trustworthy and you're honest. You guys see this. You can see when somebody is looking away, they're pointing their body somewhere else, they're just not interested. But when somebody is leaning forward, they're looking at somebody like this, and they're listening, that shows that you're attentive and you actually care about the person and what they have to say. When you give eye contact to somebody, it shows that you are not hiding anything. It shows that you are present and you are interested in the person. Because imagine this. When I see somebody looking away or looking at their phone or, sporadically looking at me, it just shows that that person is not paying attention and they're in their heads. And making eye contact with people makes it a lot easier for us to actually understand people's emotions, and you can just read people a lot easier. My suggestion is to look at one eye, look at one person's eye, or some people say looking at their eyebrows or their forehead. Actually, not their forehead. Don't look at people's forehead. They can tell and they're gonna feel super self-conscious. But looking at somebody's eye or their eyebrows, people can't really tell if you're not looking at their eyes. So that's a good way to maintain eye contact without being too intense. And don't go crazy, okay? Don't look at them like this and not blink. And you can look away once in a while, but as long as 80% of the time you're keeping your eyes focused on the other person, it shows that you are paying attention. It shows that you care. When you're talking to somebody and you're fully invested in them, somebody might come in and distract the conversation that you guys are having, And when it happens, make sure to bring it back to the conversation with that person again. That will make them feel really, really special. For example, if you and your friend are talking about something and a person comes up, distracts you guys, and you come back and you say, "Hey, so what were you saying again? You said that you were hiking in Alaska. Can you keep going? I want to hear more." If you can do that, oh my gosh, it makes the person feel so cared for. And when people do that to me, I just feel so good. And it really makes a lasting impression in me because I'm like, damn, you are paying attention. You actually care about the story that I'm telling. I really appreciate that. And if you can do that, it shows that you're really listening and you are invested in their story. And most people can't do that. And most people don't take the time or have the energy to do that for other people. So if you can do that for somebody, it instantly separates you from most people. And that's what makes you very charismatic and magnetic. I worked as a waiter for many years. I worked at a Michelin star restaurant as well. And I was working 5, 6 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day. I would be interacting with a lot of people. And I noticed that during the days or the times where I was very intentional about being really attentive to each customer that I served, compared to days where I wasn't intentional, the tips, the money that I made by the end of the night is significantly higher than the days where I wasn't really paying attention, or I was distracted, or I was thinking about other things in my head while I was serving people. Asking open ended questions and letting people talk about the things that they care about and encourage them to talk about those things makes people feel really heard and understood. And if you can show that you're interested by mirroring their excitement, their passion, or even their distress, the other person will feel really connected to you because you're showing interest in the things that he cares about. Even if it's something that you are not particularly interested in, if you can just mirror their own excitement and interest and you refrain from judging them if you disagree, it makes you very, very magnetic, and it makes you somebody that people love being around. For example, if somebody's talking about their work and they're stressed about a certain coworker, you can be like, "Oh, wow, that's really stressful. I would feel the same way if I was in that situation. How are you trying to deal with that now? That really sucks." Another example is if somebody is talking about something they're passionate about, right? Let's say snowboarding, and somebody says, "Oh, I just went snowboarding out in Japan a few days ago. It was my first time." You can show the same excitement. You're like, "Oh, whoa, Japan? How was that? I've never snowboarded before, but what's it like traveling out there? That sounds, I don't know. How did you get there?" It's your responsibility to dig until you find what's interesting in the other person. Because trust me, if you listen and you ask enough questions, people will tell you the craziest things, things that you never thought. That I'm surprised about some of the things that I learned, or some of the things that strangers and friends have told me after I've asked a good amount of questions, and I'm like, "Whoa, I didn't know that about you." Or if it's a stranger, I'm like, "Whoa, that's so interesting. I can't believe this person decided to tell me this. This sounds really personal." But I'm honored that you shared, and yeah, I think that's cool. So, like I said, asking open-ended questions and encouraging people to keep talking about those things, like, it really helps build connection with you and the other person, and it makes you really likable. It makes you really attractive. It makes people just love talking to you. And that's what makes you very enjoyable to be around. My name is Carl. Make sure you guys like this video and leave a comment. I want to hear your own stories and your own thoughts. And if you have any questions, leave them down there and subscribe, and I'll make more videos for you guys. Peace.